Here's what happens when you drive on a bad wheel bearing for too long. So this is the old knuckle. This is the replacement I had to get. Excuse the wind, it is pretty windy out today. So anyway, the outer bearing shell is still in this one. It's actually rusted in here as one piece. I have a 20-ton press, see? And I couldn't get it apart. So I take it to Brakes Plus, and the guy was hanging off the jack bar, and it was tweaking the frame of the machine, but it wasn't splitting this bearing. So I went to the auto parts store. This part's not available. I went to the junkyard, and out of the 6 to 8 cars I looked at, all cars were missing the passenger front side, because that's the drive wheel, knuckle. Because people drive on the wheel bearings too long, the wheel bearing gets hot and then accelerates the oxidation process, and this becomes one freaking piece. So we went ahead and got a new knuckle. The junkyard didn't have them. It was $592 at the dealership for this part. So I hit up eBay and I looked at a car that had been hitting the sides, so I knew the wheel bearings were probably good. And the part arrived, and sure enough, it didn't come very rusted at all. So I was able to pop this bearing right out, and I can now slap the new bearing in and continue our process. But check out the hubs really quick. So this is the hub off of the new one. Okay, so you can see that we have a little bit of rust. Focus. We have a little bit of rust, but you see how the surface is flat. There's no lip here. Looks pretty good. I can clean that up with some emery cloth and we'll be good to go. Now, let's look at the other hub. So basically the bearing got hot, the rollers seized, and I freaking dropped it somewhere. So here's the old inner race, and I'm going to show you something that you shouldn't be able to do with this. Bink! Yeah, it doesn't fit on there anymore. Well, I can't get it off with one hand. So if you look here, focus, there's a lip here. So the bearing got so hot that the inner race started spinning on here and machining this. So now this hub piece is no good, but luckily the eBay one came with a replacement, so that was all better than $592 from the dealership for just this and nothing else. I haven't had good luck getting these inner races off with a bearing splitter, but we're gonna try anyway.
I love that Abba Garcia hot sauce. That shit is...
Cool. Inner race is out. I didn't even have to cut it. Now that's a pretty sight. I'm bottomed out here. So we're ready to continue. Put this on. And then we're pretty much there. Yeah, it's recording.
I'm Tom Shane. One of the first lessons I learned in the diamond business was 40 years ago when my Uncle Claude and I were buying diamonds.
I'm Tom Shane and I make shitty commercials.
My
So emery cloth. You got to use emery cloth when you clean these up. Don't take too much off. Just get the rust out.
Hold up, let us see that again.
Before?
See the rust? Go ahead.
No, you don't. Just a little bit. It's okay.
Not gonna get it perfect. Just clean.
Exactly. Not perfect, but clean. You don't want to take too much material off or this will spin around inside the bearing. Cool. Cock's locked and ready to rock. Okay, got a bottom support for the bearing so we don't split the bearing. Got our cleaned up, and I used a little WD-40. I don't know if I want to use oil because the inner races aren't supposed to turn on the shaft, so they don't necessarily need lubricated, just the bearing. So this lubrication will last for the installation. All right, we're ready. Actually, I'm going to rotate this so I can watch these bolt clearances. Right there. Let's see if we can bottom it out here. Yep. Oh, I was right there anyway. That's bottom. All right. Our wheel bearing is in. Our knuckle hub assembly is ready to go on the car. Okay, let's go for a test drive and see if we have any funny noises. Since the toe-in is out, it really wants to go when you go right. The tires actually bark when I dodge left. Yeah, if I go right and then jerk left, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm barely jerking it. Here, we'll go left on this corner. At 15 miles an hour. I bet the tires are hot.